I do want to say, as you drive around the city, you see all the bricks and mortar. Louis has left his trail behind. You see the new Finch affordable housing, the new shelter for the unhoused that came out of the COVID work, the new schools, the universal needs park that's mobbed every Saturday, the Foundry building. That's all the bricks and mortar. But what I think is going to be missed most is those people who don't know anyone, who aren't connected, that knew Louis. It was a household name. And Louis, that's something that you've left your imprint on, and it's not going to go anywhere. And I want to thank you for it. Personally, I met Louis playing baseball. And I know, like, many of you have that story, how you met Louis, whether he became a mentor to you or an advisor, a mensch to you throughout your life. For advice, you called Louis. I was a catcher in West Little League. Louis was an umpire. I talked a lot. I think he had a little sentimental thing for Italian kids that were slow. And so I ended up on Louis' Babe Ruth team. As with a lot of other Italian kids, to be honest. But so, right now, I want to just speak to something that we all have become very familiar with. And that's something I call Lou-capulary. Bobby, can you give me one of those just so I can? So, some of you have actually begun to speak this language because you talk so much to Louis that you have become a little piece of that. So I want to walk through this, because those of you who played for Louis or have been around Louis, these are the expressions that are now part of your vocabulary. Now, again, I know this is a fun night, but this is an academic lesson, and I want you to take from this. So chapter 1 is the rating of things, actions, and people. These are adjectives, but Louis uses them as adjectives, verbs, and nouns, and he combines them all, okay? So, chapter A is general responses. First one, you all know, tremendous, right? Now, that could be an early morning response, meaning, hey, great game, tremendous. Or if Louis really, really wants to accentuate that, it's going to be a strong, tremendous, okay? Now, you move down towards to the next level of excitement, and you get, that's outstanding. He drops the voice at the end, he goes a little silent, and he's staying with that was outstanding. Now we move into the rankings of people. Because in Louis' world, you get ranked in different categories, right? So, first one, wow, what a legend. So if you are a legend, you have made it into Louis' world, you have begun the entry into the ranking system, right? But legend could also be an action word. So that whole event could have been legendary, right? Okay, now this one, all you know. This is patented. That was a classic. All right? But you could also be a classic. You follow me? This word could go either way. But if you're a classic, you've really solidified yourself in Louis' mind. Now we get to now we get to Hall of Fame. If you've gone all the way to Louis' Hall of Fame, you are a Hall of Fame. But there is a chance, and there is a small group of people in this category that become Hall of Famer. You see what I'm saying? You're in the Hall of Fame of the Hall of Fame. So you're a Hall of Fame. Okay. So now you've got to the Hall of Fame. Now we're going to go to just the last piece of this, which I love the most, because when you played for Louis, you lived in Louis' world. If you made a catch, you remembered the catch, but you remembered Louis saying, "What a great catch!" while you were catching the ball. So it's all part of the memory, because he was a commentator while the game was going on. And as Joe Grassi pointed out to me today, No one could fit more sane sentences into one sentence. It was like a whole paragraph, and often that would end with, "Atta boy!" or "Atta baby!" Okay. The best one, and I know all the folks that have worked with Louis, how supportive he is. This one speaks to all of our work with him. You can do this. And the reason I love this is because Louis could start with it. Hey, listen, come here. You can do this. But he would wait for the perfect timing when the park was silent, when no one else was speaking, to say, you remember, you can do this. And in that moment, you could do it. And now, please, if you're at the table, you played for Louis or you didn't, put a crown on, because this is one of the greatest ones. And this is only Louis. If you heard this one, it meant you did something pretty good. And that's when he would say, you king, you. Now, king has become a pretty strong expression, and I love it myself. And MBK, we call our young men kings, and it's gender neutral, this king thing. He had girls that played for his teams, and they were kings too. But focus on the fact that it's not just that you're a king, it's you, king, you. Okay. Now, the final of all finals is this one. No one has ever said this before. No one will ever say it again. Most things are ranked, if they are top notch, 5 stars. Right? 5-star hotel, 5-star restaurant. They messed around with the 6th thing. It didn't fly. 5 stars is the thing. Louis decided that he was going to come up with the 50 stars. Now think about that for a second. You've gone from 5, which is the average human ranking, top, to add 45, where if a thing or event or a person becomes 50 stars, you can't even debate that. There's no room. It's a conclusion. It ends the conversation. If Louis declares it 50 stars, you're speechless. It's over. Close the book. Okay? So here's what I'm going to say to you. All of you, for coming tonight, are 50 stars. I want you to put those crowns on. I want you to put those crowns on. And I want to say, hey Lou, you, king, you. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Hey Lou, you.